Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our VA Home Loan webinar. We are delighted to have you join us today as we explore the benefits and opportunities provided by the VA Home Loan Program. But before we dive into the details, let me first introduce myself. So my name is Craig Bailey, and I am your real estate agent with eXp Realty. With 4 years of experience in the mortgage industry, 10 years in the United States Air Force, and a passion for serving others, I'm honored today to be your guide through this webinar. By the end of this webinar, our goal is to equip you with the knowledge and confidence to make informed decisions about the VA home loan. We want to empower you to take advantage of this exceptional benefit that honors your service and helps you achieve the dream of homeownership. So hopefully you're ready and we can get started. We're going to first tackle some concepts and information around how to obtain and use a VA home loan. Within this presentation, we're going to niche down to cover a lot of ground on such things as eligibility, financing, and some investment tips. So what is the purpose of this free seminar? So my team and I decided to conduct this free seminar on the VA home loan to provide education and information on this military housing option. Our aim is to help you gain the knowledge and learn how you can implement this information into your own personal situation. And afterwards, if you need any assistance, I'm here for you to reach out to, and you can also connect with me anytime you like. Let's kick things off and start with some background on this military loan option. VA Home Loans has a rich history dating back to 1944. The program was established through the Servicemen's Readjustment Act, commonly known now as the GI Bill of Rights, which aimed to provide benefits and support to returning World War II veterans. The VA loan program was created to help veterans achieve home ownership by guaranteeing loans made by private lenders. This guarantee reduced the risk for lenders, making it easier for veterans to obtain favorable loan terms, such as lower interest rates and no down payment requirements. Over the years, the VA Home Loan Program has evolved to meet the changing needs of veterans. It has expanded to include not only World War II veterans, but all those who served in subsequent conflicts and also peacetime. The program has been updated to adapt to changes in the housing market, offering additional benefits and flexibility to veterans. Today, VA Home Loans continue to be a valuable resource for eligible veterans, active duty service members, and certain surviving spouses. The program remains an important part of the support and benefits provided to those who have served in the military. All right, let me hear what you got. What are some VA home loan myths out there that you guys have heard or come across? I threw a couple here on the slide. Yes, you can only use the VA home loan once. You got only first-time homebuyers can use VA loans. VA loans have high interest rates. VA loans have strict property requirements. VA loans can only be used for primary residences. VA loans are difficult to qualify. Heard a lot of them, right? And I'm sure there's a ton more out there, and I'm sure you guys have heard a lot more as well. So hopefully in these next couple slides, I can debunk some of those and help you on your way. So let's jump right into it. Let's get into the eligibility requirement. So to start, you're going to need a couple forms. So one, you're going to need your DD-214 shown here and your COE that we're going to get into shortly. The eligibility requirements for VA home loans vary depending on whether the individual served during wartime or peacetime. So here's a quick breakdown of these requirements. So on the top, you got the 90 days wartime. So I have listed the dates that the VA has classified as wartime. So September 16th, 1940 through July 25th, 1947. You got 1950 through 55, 64 through 75, and just any service during the period specified by the VA as wartime. So make sure you can check that. Then on the bottom, you have 181 days peacetime. So that's service between February 1st, 1955, and August 4th, 1964, 75 through 80, and service beginning after August 2nd, 1990. So currently, we're in that 181 days peacetime, technically. So now jumping from the DD-214 right into the COE, the Certificate of Eligibility. So to find the full entitlement amount for a VA home loan, you can obtain your Certificate of Eligibility from the Department of Veteran Affairs. So the COE provides detailed information about your entitlement, including the maximum loan amount you are eligible for. So early on in the process, this is key and crucial to beginning. So a few ways you can go about obtaining your COE. So one, you can go online through eBenefits. So what you're going to do is you're going to visit the VA's eBenefits portal and create an account if you haven't already had one. So once you log in, you're going to navigate to the housing section where you can request your COE online. Or you can go through a VA approved lender because many VA approved lenders have access to the VA's automated certificate of eligibility system. So they can request your COE on your behalf, usually during the pre qualification or pre approval process. When you receive your COE, it will indicate the full entitlement amount you have available for your VA home loan. The entitlement amount is typically a percentage of the loan limit set by the VA, which can vary depending on factors such as the county where the property is located and whether you have previously used your VA loan benefits. So we'll talk about that later. It's important to consult with the VA approved lender to fully understand your entitlement amount and how it applies to your specific loan scenario. They can help you determine the maximum loan amount you can qualify for based on your entitlement and financial circumstances. All right, my reserve folks, let me see you. I'm one of you. We are one. It's all good. Members of the Reserve and National Guard, don't feel left out. If you can go on orders for 181 continuous days, then you are good to go and you're eligible for this program. So here are some phone numbers you can jot down for further information. All right, so let's jump into financing. So who can apply for the financing of the VA home loan benefit? So if you're a veteran and your marital status is single, it's pretty straightforward eligibility requirement. It's based on your own service and the loan amount may be limited. So if your marital status is married and you're a veteran and you married a civilian spouse, you can increase your total loan amount. You can increase your purchasing power and the spouse's income and credit history is factored in. So let's say you're a veteran and you're married to another veteran. You can combine entitlements. Again, increase flexibility and purchasing power. Credit worthiness and financial factors will be considered. All right, this was for my investment-minded individuals out there. The VA home loan is owner-occupied. So yes, the VA home loan requires that the property be owner-occupied. So what that means is that the borrower must intend to use the property as their primary residence. The VA home loan program is designed to help eligible veterans and their families obtain housing for their own occupancy. However, there are certain and some exceptions to the home ownership or owner occupancy requirement. For example, if a borrower initially occupies the property as their primary residence and later needs to move due to military orders or other qualifying reasons, they may be able to retain the property and obtain a new primary residence using their VA home loan benefit. Additionally, certain multi-unit properties allow the borrower to occupy one unit and rent out the other one. So it's crucial to understand and comply with the owner occupancy requirement when utilizing a VA home loan to ensure eligibility and to honor the intent of the program to provide housing for veterans and their families. So if you need more guidance or assistance, don't hesitate to reach out. So now let's dive into some investment tips. So I have a link that I can provide and send out to you guys that has a list of eligible counties located in the United States, its territories, and certain overseas locations that has the numerical value of the VA home loan amount, entitlement. So listed here are some of the counties that I've personally lived in and posted their loan amounts here. So these are the partial loan amounts. So this means after you own a house, this is the remaining balance that you can use on your entitlement. So what you're going to do, again, you're going to find your COE. So remember, that's online through eBenefits or through your VA approved lender. They can request it on your behalf. And the loan limits can vary from year to year based on changes in the housing market. So the most accurate and up-to-date information about the loan limits can be found by visiting the official website of the Department of Veteran Affairs. So I'll provide the link to you guys shortly. All right, so let's take, for an example, Bexar County, Texas down there. So Bexar County is San Antonio. So you see the numerical value of $726,200. So let's say you buy your first house with your VA home loan benefits for $300,000. So let's say you either get PCS orders or you even have a qualifying reason where you can use your VA home loan again for the second time. Let's take 726,200 and subtract 300,000 because that's your first house, and you're left with $426,200. So what that means is you can find another home and use the VA home loan benefit to purchase another home that fits within 4,226,000. And you can do that with the other counties listed as well. So if you buy your first home and you have qualifying reasons why you need to use your VA home loan again and purchase another primary residence, then there shouldn't be too big of an issue. So we're knocking them down today. So another myth, right? What can be financed? So people are saying you can only buy a single family home. That's not true. The VA home loan benefit, you can buy single family homes, manufactured homes, multi-unit properties, new builds, townhomes, and condos. So it's important to note that the property must meet the VA's minimum property requirements, which is to ensure that the property is safe, sound, and in good condition. The MPRs, minimum property requirements, cover aspects such as structural integrity, safety, and adequate living conditions. For those of you who are veterans, you know the whole Air Force has to be Air Force grade, right? I'm in the Air Force, so love to see it. So additionally, the property must be located in an eligible area. So the VA home loans are generally available for properties located in the United States, its territories, and certain overseas locations, as mentioned before. So borrowers should check with the Department of Veteran Affairs or a VA-approved lender to determine the eligibility of a specific property. So again, why use the VA home loan? There's no down payment, competitive interest rates, there's no private mortgage insurance, flexible credit requirements, reusable benefit, and you can also borrow to pay against closing costs. So it's important to note that while VA loans offer numerous benefits, you, the borrower, should carefully consider your financial situation and compare loan options to ensure you are choosing the best mortgage solution for your needs. So essentially, you can purchase a home, finance the purchase of a primary residence, build a home, you can finance the construction of a new home, refinance an existing loan. Like VA home loans offer options for refinancing existing mortgages, including both VA loans and non-VA loans. You can make home improvements. So the VA home loans can be used to fund certain repairs. So one example is through the VA's energy efficient mortgage program. So this allows borrowers to finance energy efficient upgrades to their homes, such as installing solar panels or upgrading installation. Now that you got some information and wrote down some notes, let's step through the process together. So first thing you're going to do is determine the eligibility. So determine your eligibility for a VA home loan by meeting the specific service requirements set by the Department of Veteran Affairs. So this includes verifying your length and type of military service. Next thing you're going to do is obtain your certificate of eligibility, your COE. So apply for the COE from the VA. The COE confirms your eligibility for the VA home loan program and is required by the lenders to process your loan application. So again, you can get this by yourself online through the e-benefits portal, or you can work with the VA approved lender who can assist you and they can pull it for you. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to find a VA approved lender. These lenders are experienced in handling VA loans and can guide you through the loan process. It's advisable to compare loan terms, interest rates, fees, and customer service when selecting a lender. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to run through the pre-qualification and pre-approval. So contact the lender or have your agent help you contact the lender to get pre-qualified for a VA home loan. The lender will assess your financial situation, including income, credit history, DTI, which is debt to income ratio, to determine an estimated loan amount you may qualify for. The pre-approval involves a more detailed assessment and verification of your financial information. So right after that, it's time to go find a home and make an offer. So once you're pre-approved, work with the real estate agent to find a suitable home that meets your needs and budget. When it's time and you found your home, it's time to make an offer to the seller. So we're not necessarily done at this point. So after you make the offer, it's VA appraisal and inspection time. So after the seller accepts your offer, the property will need to undergo a VA appraisal to determine its value and ensure it meets the VA's minimum property requirements, MPRs. So you may also choose to have a home inspection conducted to identify any potential issues within the property. So right after that, the loan goes into the processing and underwriting. So you're going to need to submit a ton of necessary documentation to your lender, including income and asset verification, employment history, and other required paperwork. If you're going for a new build, it's going to be daunting because you're going to have to continuously submit documents until that home project is completed. The lender will review your application, verify the information, and underwrite the loan. So now, after that, if the loan is approved, we're now proceeding towards the closing stage. At closing, you'll sign the final loan documents, pay any applicable closing costs, and officially become the owner of the property. It's important to note that the specific details and timeline can vary depending on various factors, such as the complexity of the transaction, the complexity of the house, whether that be new build, the efficiency of communication between parties involved, and any unique circumstances. So working closely with your real estate agent and your lender and any other professional involved in the process can help ensure a smooth and successful VA home loan journey. All right, so quite a bit of knowledge thrown at you in this webinar. So you tell me if it's fact or fiction. So in reality, VA loans are not limited to first-time homebuyers. Eligible veterans and active duty service members can use VA loans multiple times throughout their lives, as long as they meet the eligibility requirements. In reality, VA loans often have competitive interest rates compared to conventional loans. The VA's guarantee to lenders lowers the risk, which results in favorable loan terms for the borrower. In reality, VA loans can be used to finance primary residences, but they can also be used for other types of property, such as second homes or even third homes, or under certain conditions. VA loans are difficult to qualify for. In reality, while VA loans have specific eligibility criteria, they are generally more flexible than conventional loans. And I personally have a preferred lender that doesn't deal with an extreme amount of overlays. Overlays such as credit score or income or DTI. And even a bonus one out there, VA offers several options for borrowers to fund necessary repairs or upgrades through their loan program. So as mentioned previously, one such option is the VA rehab loan, also known as the VA renovation loan. So it's important to note again that specific eligibility criteria and requirements may apply to the VA rehab loans, and the repairs or improvements must meet the VA's guidelines. So thank you all for joining in today for this informative VA home loan webinar. We hope you found the session valuable and gained insights into the benefits and process of obtaining a VA home loan. As a token of our appreciation, we have an exclusive resource for you to continue your learning and get even more detailed information about VA home loans. So we invite you to check out our ebook, The Ultimate Guide to VA Home Loans, which provides in-depth knowledge and practical tips to help you navigate the loan process with confidence. You can download your free copy by visiting our website at diamondofwealth.com. Additionally, we understand that every situation is unique and you may have specific questions or require personalized assistance. We are here to help. Whether you need guidance on the eligibility criteria, understanding loan options, or any other aspect related to VA home loans, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you once again for attending our VA home loan webinar. We look forward to connecting with you. Go ahead and get yourself one.